What is a writing center and how can it help a student succeed in college? Join me today for another campus conversation and we'll find out together. Welcome to Campus Conversation. I'm your host, Dr. Manuel G. Saldivar. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Randall Monty, a faculty member at UTRGV and Associate Director of the Writing Center.
The Writing Center is one of the spaces on the UTRGV campus where students can get support, work through ideas, and learn in a non-evaluative format. The Writing Center staff, the tutors, as well as the faculty that work there, we're here to help you and improve and develop as a writer and as a meaningful contributor to your discipline and your communities. Think of that way, we're maybe closer to like the library, and that you show up at the library, you get help, you get resources, you get support, but there's nothing you're paying for when you get there. So you get to the library and the reference librarian is real excited to work with you. You're kind of like, why is this person so excited to help me? Well, it's because we're all part of the same learning community. And our role in the community is to help you. And the Writing Center views ourselves in a similar way. We want to help students improve as writers in whatever context that means, whether you're writing for your class, writing for your outside community, writing to prepare for the next job you're going to do. The major services offered by the Writing Center involve peer tutoring through individual and small group consultations. These sessions traditionally take place face-to-face in the writing centers. We've recently ramped up our online services where students can meet with a tutor via Zoom or Skype, or they can submit their work for asynchronous feedback over email. The Writing Center also hosts workshops on focused topics like citation, style, and punctuation, and supports disciplinary workshops and writing courses offered by the Department of Writing and Language Studies in collaboration with various programs across the university, including mechanical engineering, occupational therapy, the Robert C. Vacker College of Business and Entrepreneurship. We also run a regular civic writing workshop, where for this past year, for instance, we help students learn about where they can register to vote, where and when they can vote, and how they can compose or write their own recruitment materials to help advocate for the causes that they want to support. Most often, we found that students are prompted to visit the Writing Center because their instructor advisor suggested they go to the Writing Center to get support on their work. And I think this is an important cause because students will understand that the instructor is sending them to the Writing Center because they want the student to improve what they're doing, not from a deficit perspective, but because your instructors want you to do as good as you can. That's one way. We found probably the most effective reason that causes students to continue coming back is when their peers let them know about it. So when a student comes to the Writing Center and they have a positive experience, they're our best advocates. They're our best recruiters for bringing in more students. The first time a student visits the Writing Center, they can expect a friendly welcome from our front of the house staff and a lot of focused work. I work in the writing centers, both Brownsville and Edinburg, physically in the center. And oftentimes when I'm working there, I'm working on administrative work or on planning work or on developing workshops for the tutors themselves. And when a student walks into the door of the center, tutors literally jump out of their chair to greet them, to get them to get ready to work on them. And oftentimes, as I mentioned before, about students recruiting other students, students are return visitors to the center. And so that first time, I hope that students appreciate it as their first time coming to the center. Across the discipline of Writing Center studies, research has been done for decades that demonstrates that students who attend the Writing Center 4 to 5 times a semester, there's a correlation to that attendance and that participation to positive grades in their writing classes. It's not because the Writing Center teaches them this one thing and that one thing translates into a grade they get. It's that because you're visiting the center, you're spending an extra 2 to 3 hours a semester talking with somebody about your writing. If every couple of weeks you spent a half an hour talking to somebody about how to barbecue, by the end of the semester, you'd be a lot better at the front of the pit. When visiting the Writing Center, we recommend that students bring a draft of their writing project, which could be a physical copy or access to the online file, an assignment description, rubric, or anything else about the assignment you're working on that you got from your instructor. That would be helpful too. That helps our tutors, our consultants get a sense of what sort of projects you're working towards. Most importantly, be prepared for an active session. Be prepared to work, to discuss ideas, and to even do some writing and research while you're in the Writing Center. With apologies to Mary Shelley, I'm not sure that anyone ever wrote anything of substance without feedback from their peers, mentors, and colleagues. Talking with others about our writing work is what good writers do. If you want to be an effective professional, academic, or creative communicator, then you want to make peer feedback part of your writing process. There are many myths associated with the Writing Center, perhaps more so than any other program on campus we found. But the main myth that we deal with on a regular basis is a rather contentious one, I think, for faculty and for students. And it's that spelling, grammar, and punctuation equate to good writing. So putting aside for a moment that a confluence of factors contribute to the credibility of our writing, we improve as writers when we address holistic concerns of organization, controlling ideas, arguments, and evidence. And when we make changes to those concerns, we fundamentally alter the structure, thus the grammar, of our writing. So insofar as grammar, spelling, and punctuation are issues we want to address, they're best dealt with in later drafts, closer to completion of our assignments or to publication. And so if you're at that stage of your writing process, we can have those conversations, and we'll use your writing as a way to talk through things like spelling, punctuation, grammar. The Writing Center helps with all stages of the writing process, from pre-writing to publication. So if you're just getting started a project and all you have is the assignment description and some ideas, we're more than excited to talk to you about how you can approach that work. And this includes working in multimodal contexts, such as designing for the web using programs like Canva or Adobe. We're also expanding our Spanish language and American Sign Language writing support, as our Writing Center believes that all students have a right to their own language. Well, as part of the Writing Center's assessments, one of the things we're trying to figure out is why students come to the center, but also why they might not come to the Writing Center. And the main reason we found that students don't come to the center as often as they'd like to is because students are busy. They're working, we're taking care of our families, we're traveling to and from the campuses to go to class. We might only have a few minutes in between classes some days. That's why we're expanding our online tutoring and the kinds of services we're offering. But systemically too often, students are led to believe that getting help can be a sign of weakness or inability. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Whether we're talking about tutoring, counseling, or coming to the Writing Center, talking with others about what we're doing helps us to think through possibilities and better equip ourselves for challenges.
Many thanks to Dr. Monti for joining us today. Please note the center's contact information and website are linked in the description box below. If you like this video, please click on the thumbs up below. And if you really like this video, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications by clicking on the bell icon. Subscribers will be automatically notified by YouTube of future videos in this series. I'm Dr. Manuel G. Saldivar, and this has been another Campus Conversation. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you'll join us for future videos.